front lines across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains. Through the Sahara, we bring all
Welcome to Atlantic Television Network Society Watch. This is a program where we ventilate societal issues, give them aggregate attention with a view to provide solutions that will benefit humanity. On today's Society Watch, there are numbers of issues to tackle, starting from Brano fraud. We are trapped, can't access business places. That's from victims. From Zamfara State, kidnapped victims plead for help. On religion, God told me to raise Covenant University's fee. That's from Bishop Oyedipo. From Switzerland, husband dismembered wife, blamed remains. These are the issues we'll be looking at today. Remember that you can join us on all our media platforms. Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network, Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1. X Atlantic TV Net. You can also watch us live on our website, atlanticnetwork.tv. When we return from this short break, I will introduce my guest for today's show. Just stay with us. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Society Watch on Atlantic Television Network. And joining me in this conversation today is Information Management Technology Captain Elechi Amadi Polytechnic. I'm talking about Dr. Weke Emmanuel. It's good to have you here.
You. Good afternoon.
It's in the doing Flory Top today.
Yeah, thank you.
Amazing.
Yeah.
The way you're looking at yourself, like you don't know what you wore.
I didn't take notes until you told me.
All right, good to have you on the show.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks.
Let's take a look at the first story for today. From Brano State, thousands of residents in Maiduguri, Brano State, are grappling with several severe floodings that has displaced over 200,000 people, with many trapped and unable to access food or essential services. Brano State Governor Baba Gana Zulum said visited several displaced persons, come and praise the federal government for providing 3 billion naira in flood interventions fund. The Brano State's Emergency Management Agency rescued 719 people from flooded areas, though unconfirmed reports suggest facilities in Kaduna flood water destroyed a road and bridge, cut off 5 villages in Rere area, local government area. Governor Ubasani pleaded swift actions to addressing the impacts on the Nigerian communities. Meanwhile, Beru Sima raised concern about snake bites in IDP camps with 16 cases reported. In Kano, Sima confirmed the 47 people were killed and 226 communities affected by flood and windstorms in 27 local government areas. This year, thousands of homes and farmlands were destroyed and relief efforts are ongoing. Residents are urged to avoid building on waterways and clear drainage systems to prevent further floodings. All right, Dr. Weke, this is, of course, from Borno State, and I know you've heard about the disaster that is going on towards them, the destruction because of flood. But my concern right now, we know that a committee's data published by the National Bureau of Statistics has shown that Borno State received 815.9 million naira as ecological funds between January and June 2024, notwithstanding the state government failed to prevent the collapse of Aliwu Dam, despite warning about the possible collapse of the dam. What do you think about this? Could it be that the federal government are actually not working, or there is something we are not understanding here?
Yeah, in the first place, heart goes out to the people of Borno State. This is an extraordinary item. Nobody planned for windstorms and devastating floods like this.
Exactly.
You know, it just came. But the other leg to it is that our NIMET, our professional bodies in charge of these predictions, have been doing these predictions over time. And if we engage them, they predict with exactitude. If you observe them, the Nigerian Meteorological Agency, the NIMET, these guys have been on top of their game. That's one agency in Nigeria, I think, that has not failed in any day, you know. Now, what do other agencies, ministries and agencies do with these professional people? They can actually do a 5-year prediction if you engage them. They can work it out. Even if they can't do maybe an annual or biannual predictions. Why am I saying this? Is what have we done with these predictions? What have we actually done with these predictions? Like, can't we convert the flood to a glorious moment? These floods, you know, we have countries like Netherlands and Iceland living below sea level. And these countries don't have flood issues. What have we learned over the years? Can we have electricity shortfall? Can we convert it? Can we take advantage of it? What is the relationship between the prediction of NIMET, which is a subunit of Ministry of Environment, and that of Works? How can they collaborate with these predictions and make a budget of, do a 4-year or 3-year projection on how to overtake or intervene the floods? Do you understand what I mean? Okay. Because there can be a technology inroads into this. If as the floods are coming, from what we say, the floods source is also noted from where it is coming from. Can't it be intervened? Can't something be done? Can't something be done? Like as it's coming, is captured into an aerial surface. Do you understand? Okay. An uppermost surface, you know, with overhead tanks that can revolve it and rotate it into a convertible energy. Do you understand? Can't we think in that direction? Federal government bringing 3 billion to their succor. If you put half of this amount before this period to ensure that they ameliorate the effects of this, okay, it would have done us a lot of good.
Dr. Weke, when I asked this question, I just said something, that about 800 million naira was given to Borno State as ecological fund. And this money is meant to use and fix some of those damage, those things that could actually cause, when a natural disaster comes, definitely it can mitigate it, all right? And they also predicted that this dam was going to collapse. The money that was released, what did they use it for? What did they do about the prediction, like you rightly asked? You understand? It's not about now bringing 3 billion naira to help the affected people. It's more like medicine after death. There was prediction. Money was released. at least there is every tendency they would have been like, instead of us to tackle A, let's use it and tackle B, which is the dam. So that when it happened, it's not going to affect people this much. What exactly did they do with all this bill that is being signed out?
No, the thing is that Nigeria doesn't have expenditure culture, or we have expenditure culture, a culture that is cultureless, but we don't have expenditure discipline. For example, if you are giving somebody 800 million, and the total cost of that project will be 800 billion, you don't need to release all the money. You release money in tranches, in mileages. You get what I'm saying? Why is that so? So that you monitor what they are doing. You release the first tranche, and then you say, okay, can we come and look at what you have done with this tranche?
Okay.
Now, you have released this total sum to this man who doesn't have a supervisor. So what are you expecting? They should give him more. The man will to go the way of others.
What do you mean? They should give them more money?
Yes, now, because we don't have, like, we are here and there. Nigeria is not a country of pathway. Do you understand? We don't have a focus, especially the leaders. It's a country of leaders. Our leaders don't know. They just do things as they, according to their whims and then caprices. We are looking at a focused people. You release 800 million. Even me, you release 800 million here. I say, I just use this money and fix that road there. Sometimes it might not be specific. I hear that there are bad roads in your village. Just use 800 million and fix it. Nobody calls me to say, okay, who is the contractors? Can we interface with the releasers of this fund? Can we have a conversation with the contractors? We are the ones releasing it. You are the one ensuring that this thing is there. And we have to ask you questions on how you use these funds.
Okay.
Then I'll be cautious. Are you get what I'm saying? So it is not enough to say that funds are released to states, local government. Who is supervising them? I have always said that EFCC, instead of being working with politicians, do you understand? They can work as financial supervisors of these agencies. Before monies are released, EFCC, ICPC officials should be there and say, we are releasing so and so. And EFCC, most of the EFCC guys and ICPC people or government people, they are accountants, they are professionals. They know contract management. They know bargaining. So how on earth will you release, if you say this contract is valued at 3 billion, and then you release 3 billion at a go? Who does that? Which country does that? Are you finishing it the same day? So you calibrate what you are going to do. You release the money. Once, and in fact, most of these things should be done with the banks. Banks understand these principles. So if you release money to a civilian or any human being and say, okay, see your own village own. This portion is for your village. You know you are the big man here. In this case, the governor. Take your own. This other state, take your own. They go with it, and they might just on the way decide what to do with it.
But when money is released
away from what it is meant for.
When money is being released for a particular project, it is expected that that project be carried out. Even if the money is not enough, at least they will see that they've started something, and then the money is not enough. They can now write or whatever thing they want to do. But in this case, we keep hearing the federal government is probing this money, they're investigating how this fund was used because they have not seen anything tangible to hold on to. So are you saying that because the contractors are not, the people are not there to review how the money is being used, that is why they have not done what they are supposed to do with the money? Because as you can see, since this Borno State disaster started, we have not heard where they say, okay, they tried something on the dam, but maybe they didn't get it properly. There was prediction, but the dam still collapsed.
That's what I'm telling you. Our leaders are supervisor free. Right? There's no supervisor. Who supervises the governor? Who supervises the president? They are the alpha and omega. Are you getting what I'm saying? They can say, be thou killed, and it will be so. Now, and when you are killed, they can say that no, we actually did a Photoshop. We are doing graphics. No, that is how it was. They are not accountable to the people.
Okay.
Right? If these men were really accountable to the people before certain critical decisions are taken, the people will be consulted.
Okay.
Even if it's mere broadcast, the people will be informed on the next line of action. Now, what we are saying is that you give them this money. Who is tracking it? Man is corrupt by inherent. Man is corrupt by default. We are looking at strategies. Are you get what I'm saying? Well, if you can't, you are looking at strategies to curtail the excesses of man. Do you understand what I mean? So if you say the governor, it could have been another person. If you like, bring 50 governors and give them this money, you won't see any proof. Because the way our government runs, the way our land runs, it runs like the winner takes it all, the taker takes it all. You don't, nobody bothers about anything, right? And if you even start asking, you'll be seen as an enemy. Those who attack the government, they might even treat you according to their choice. So the thing there is that if we can capture some of these deficits, deficiencies in our constitution, unless, I don't think EFCC has so much work to do. Since we already have them, they can be engaged in some of these trackings. It's our money. You just give somebody whooping sum of 800 million and you go to sleep. Who does that? And can we have a costing evaluation of what we are paying for? And what is the timeline for the completion of this project? Who are the contractors? What is their pedigree? How much have they accepted that will pay them in the first tranche, second tranche, and then the final payment? Do you understand what I mean? And you are sure that this money, even if the 3 billion has been approved, is amortized in a special account. Government will show you, see your money. But we can only release so and so. Do you understand?
All right.
Now, what you are saying is that they will still have money. They will still be corrupt. For example, if you know, but the problem we have with them is that they want to take everything. Like if you say now the FCC guys, my guy, we are just bringing out this money now, but you know now you can benefit this, you can, so that they will facilitate that you're actually supervising us. But at least it will be a shift away from where we are right presently. Something is being done. The guy, the EFCC officer, does the report that is brought to FEC. Each of these projects are released by Federal Executive Council. You now have a route. This money we release. Have you ever heard of people coming to give reports? The money we released 6 months ago. This is where we are. This is what we've achieved. This is what we mean by tracking. That way, people will be very careful
on how they spend,
the money.
All right. And thank you so much. And the second story for today is from Nasarawa State. Bello Toji, a notorious terrorist, has threatened to kill his hostage if their families fail to pay the ransom within 2 days, expiring on Friday. That's today. In a video, Toji also threatened the Moriki community in Zamfara, warning them not to request military intervention and imposing a 50 million naira fine for supporting Nigerian troops. Hostage made desperate pleas for ransom, fearing for their lives if the demands are unmet. Teroji dismissed reports of fleeing the vows to continue attack despite military presence. Former Senator Shehu Sani called for this decisive military action to neutralize Teroji and other criminals in the region, emphasizing the need for peace in the northwest. A notorious Bello Toji is threatening to kill the kidnapped victims if ransom is not paid, and why he also imposed a fine of 50 million on the community, accusing them of supporting what he called injustice committed against his tribe by Nigerian troops. I also remember that this same terrorist also said that he's not afraid to die, and I remember at times that Sanusi came to say that he has surrender. He said no, something of that such never happened, and he's also enjoined them not to involve military in this, otherwise they will kill all of them. What do you think, having known that some months ago there was a village herd who pleaded for help, and then after some days he was killed? What do you think about this? Could it be that the man is more powerful than federal government, or they don't just want to do something about it?
The point is, I think we need technology. You see the way Israel is getting their enemies with exactitude, the precision with which they fight, the precision with which Ukraine and Russia fight is not the same here. Ironically, we are not even thinking in that word. We are not thinking in that direction. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
And why is the federal government not thinking in that direction, having known that insecurity is a serious threat to the country?
They appear distracted. You heard the stories around the NSAS, how easy it was. to arrest and detain those people that I don't know the crime. They say they have DSS security report, whatever it is. But I'm just thinking, why was it so easy to arrest those people? And the real guys are untouchable. Have you ever tried to fathom that? So these are the questions that our security agencies and our government need to answer us. How come these other people that are just mere talkatives? Okay, I might not use the word mere talkative because they have the security ingredient to it. But to us, we hear them come in the open now. They are never hidden. You even know their addresses. That's why they are easily apprehended now, right? But these other notorious criminals, these people that challenge government frontally, like they come with boldness, equating their kinetic measures with that of federal government. Do you understand? We have not come up with the reason why these people cannot be arrested. Have you ever thought in that form? Okay. So you see a lot of complexities around how Nigeria is governed. Otherwise, by now, even have we tried local technology? Have we seen, okay, the research and development unit in our military service? Can we equip them? Do you give them? You don't give people order. You hear the other time, even when Russia was fighting, they said they were launching to the space some time ago. You think they are foolish? At some point they are test running something. Do you understand? We don't even have the local technology. We can't also borrow the technology. We can't do a technology transfer, and in exchange for whatever we can give. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. Wait, so all that we hear is that government will come and meet the chiefs, the military chiefs or security chiefs, and give them marching orders. But what I'm saying is that the era we are has gone beyond kinetic measures. Okay. And these notorious criminals are taking advantage the loopholes in our security system. They understand our reach, where these people can, their dimension of oppression. So they have
are you saying,
them.
Does it mean that 24 hours is too much for the federal government to actually get these criminals if they want to? And again, last month, the NCC gave Nigerians 15 September to link their SIM, otherwise everything will be blocked. And these people in question, of course, there is no how they will not make 1 or 2 calls to demand for ransom. So what are they doing? Why can't they trace through the line? Why are we linking this and linking that? At the end of the day, nothing is done about it.
That is what I'm saying, that if the technology thing we are talking about, when we talk about technology, we are not talking about deceptive technology. Technology targeted at solving problem. For example, NCC is a money-making body, which is their interest. I'm saying it on TV now. For instance, what stops NCC from collaborating with Nigerian police? If you are kidnapped, you don't need any police clearance. You just log in the details. I'm a Nigerian, a constitutional Nigerian. Why should my identity be hidden? If somebody calls you and threatens you, let alone kidnapping you, with a number, are you get what I'm saying? You have a portal released by NCC or any other body. Exactly. Log it in there. You see the person's profile picture, next of kin's number, okay, the person's address. If, for example, these addresses are verified, if we are sure of what we are doing. So you now go, okay, this person is from so and so place that called me. His mother's name is this. His father's name is this. His next of kin is this. He's single, he's married to so and so. Are you get what I'm saying? Do we have such thing? So they only operate. I suspect that they operate only on the convenient point. The weaker people, perceived weaker people, because these guys have shown them to be strong. And I want to, as a Nigerian too, participate in saying that Nigerian security system should prove them wrong by capturing them. Do you understand what I mean? You should prove everything, all postulations we are making, all the things that people are saying. Let's be proven wrong, at least for once. Let the Toriji or whatever name the man is called be arrested, just like the NSAS guys that were arrested. So is Toji Abiwat, is he a better criminal? Is he a handsomer criminal? Can't he be in the same place as NSAS guys and the bad governance people? Yeah. So let them be in the same center. since they are categorized as the terrorists. Also, the end bad governance guy should be missing somebody right now. The terrorists should join them. You see, these things they do, the emphasis are on things that are very minute matters, matters that don't add substance to our national growth. That is our worry about how we are laid here.
We know that the security personnel are actually on their toe. Yes, they're doing the little that they can, but could it be that the federal government is weaponizing insecurity? Because we have been talking about technology. For over a year plus now, we have been talking about technology. The president has gotten a private jet. People in the House of Assembly, they've gotten, things to their own, for their own interests. So why can't they put all of this together? All the bills that have been signed, they've signed bill on for insecurity, security and all of those. Why can't they put all of them together to do the needful? Why do we keep talking about technology? Is it so difficult for it to do? And we have developed countries that know this thing. Presently, we are aware that our president went to United Kingdom, our president went to China. What exactly are they going there to? What did he go there to do? What other political officials that have been going there, what are they going to do? Is it to go and learn what they are doing for the betterment of their country, leverage on it and bring it back to Nigeria, or they are just going there because they just want to squander money? What exactly is happening?
He said squander money, and I dreamt about squandering money in the night. I don't know. It seems, I don't know whether to agree with what you're saying or not, but it's just my dream is coinciding with what you said. If actually they've been traveling to learn, we would have seen it now. There's what to call analysis of on investment in training. Do you understand? Returns on training investment.
Okay.
So they need to prove to us the returns on the training investment, training investment. Because when you go, you attend workshops, you attend seminars,
okay,
you talk with people away from your own terrain. It's training, you are learning. So we have expected before now that they will come home. Like if some of them go abroad to attend hospitals for hospital, at least as you are coming back, you can ask the medical doctor there, please, can I get contact of where you can get this equipment? Can I get the experts that can install it? Those who can come to do business with us.
Exactly.
We don't know if they do all that. Do you understand? Because we are not seeing it in Nigeria. We don't see them go outside Nigeria and then get challenged, get angry. Some people, if you travel outside Nigeria and come back, you'll be angry. You'll be angry when you come back here. Because even the way the citizens see themselves, no respect for one another, let alone for the country. Are you get what I'm saying? Even the leaders appear to be our oppressors. Because you even work hard. Nigerians are so very hard-working people. But we have oppressors as leaders. Do you understand? For example, you are planning that you want to get this, you probably saving some money. But because they cannot manage the macroeconomic indicators of the Nigerian economy, are you with me? If you have a 200K like yesterday, today it's not 200K, it's less. So are they not oppressing you? They're oppressing you economically. Now, these are people that you are paying to think on your behalf. And what bothers the citizens is not their problem. For somebody to say that it's unfortunate, there's nothing they can do about our situation. So that is the same way. We really need right now a president, governors, leaders that can think. We don't need talkers. We don't need people who can come and do politicking, and see how they can win the minds and psychologies of the people to their own manipulations. We don't need such people. We need thinkers of this century. Those who are not in these men are already made. There's something they don't know. They've made so much money that they no longer need. What we expect them now to do is to think. And if in the instance you cannot think, you hire those that can think for you and pay them well. It does not at this point matter whether you can get these thinkers within Nigeria or outside Nigeria. Nigeria is at a very bad form, and we need people that will think on our behalf and rescue us very speedily, security-wise, economy-wise, and they should know this.
All right, thank you so much. Meanwhile, one man, Bello Torji, is terrorizing Zamfara State And it seems, could it be that this one man is more powerful than the state government or even the federal government or even the local government's authorities to actually bring him to a book? What exactly is going on? And people are under his hostage, pleading for help. And he has even threatened that if people do not pay the ransom that he demanded, he will kill them. And the federal government is still quiet. What should be done? This is Society Watch on Atlantic Television Network. We return after the short break. Yes. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Society Watch on Atlantic Television Network. Remember, you can join us on all our media platforms, Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network, Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1, X Atlantic TV Net. You can also watch us live on our website, atlanticnetwork.tv. And now, the rest of our stories. On religion, Dr. David Onyedipo, Bishop of the Living Faith Church, has warned critics of Covenant University school fees to stop as their action risks incurring God's wrath. Speaking during a church event, he shared an example of the critics who suffer a plot of chronic mouth odor but was healed after seeking forgiveness. Onyedipo emphasized that the school fees are divinely approved and justified by the high-quality facilities provided by the university. He also mentioned that the church plans to establish international universities, continuing its commitment to excellence in education. All right, Bishop Onyedipo said the increment of Covenant University school fees has got approval and is in accordance with the quality of facilities provided by the university in meeting the educational needs of the nation. And of course, the fee is from 800,000 to 1 million, depending on the level and courses offered. What is your take on what he said?
Thank you very much. The man of God should remain in the pulpit, which is better off. I don't think I would have offended him by saying that.
Why?
You know, he's the chancellor of the university.
Yes, he is.
You know, he's the chancellor. The university has a public relations officer who is a trained professional in this. He's a man of God. He's a man of the word of God. So you can see the way he started his introduction before he even came to where he was supposed to start. You know, the cost of the facilities, you understand? You now talk about the cost of production itself. Cost of production would mean is that students will come, the learning facilities, the cost of production will include how much, what you pay the teachers or lecturers, the staff, the facilities they use towards the child's graduation, training. That's the production in the school environment. Now, he should have said, okay, I pass on this interview to the public relations unit of the university, or even the vice chancellor, who I think is an academic and a professor, right? Because you cannot come and begin to tell people this. They will think you are not being serious. Because the other set of the people, we see that God should understand that they are the situation they are. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. The other people, the audience you are defining may not get what you are trying to say. They may not they may not be on the same pedestrian as you, great man of God. They may not know, they may never have heard that God can talk about even pricing. You don't understand? Cost fixing. So that's why it's better you give it to a professional who understands it. As it is, the man of God is in a different realm. Are you getting what I'm saying? He's not here with us. You know, he's closer to God than we are. So we don't know from which atmosphere he's operating from. And that is why we are giving this advice right now. We, the carnal people here on earth, we require people of our own descent, people of our own terrain, people of our own abode. Do you understand? Because if people of our same language come to talk to us, they will tell us that the cost of fueling the generator alone, do you understand, has escalated. It alone can cause you to add 100,000 naira to children's school fees. That we can begin to debate. But when he comes to tell us that God has asked him, so we are tempted, who don't know God as much as he does, begin to talk about, God, why didn't you tell this child to reduce this money for us? Are you getting what I'm saying? Or ask for other measures, other subvention measures. Wait, now I'm coming. Or even beg him that poorer members of this church should attend this university. Poor members of this church that have been faithful in paying their offerings and tithes. Okay, do you understand? We don't know whether they attend. I'm not a member of their church. Okay. So I'm just reading the mind of the people. But probably they will start saying, God, you should have told. You know, people can be truant in their thought, especially when it has to do with God, because we are not in the same form as these men of God. Okay. Are you get what I'm saying? So now we can start saying that, oh God, you please now next time tell your son that he should allow the poorer members of his church to attend this university now. Please, God, next time, tell him that he should be aware of what we are passing through in this country. That the fuel alone now is 1,350 if you are lucky to buy it, right? That, you know, we'll begin to say, please, we'll now, you see where he has put us now in this confusion of asking God so many things. And we don't know which one we'll now ask and ask amiss. So that's the danger of a non-professional in this area talking about saying things that he's not supposed to say. Because his university is a different entity from him and his church.
Now, we know that, I don't know if you know, but this is what we know in the Christendom, that Bishop Oyedipo is one of the gatekeepers in this country. And like you started, that this is a man of God. You understand? That means he can't actually do something without going to God, without asking questions. So for him to start by saying that God told him to increase the school fees, so why are you saying that you don't understand, it doesn't make sense what he said?
If, you know, you have brought Christianity now, you know in the Bible there were times that people, ordinary people, citizens of the ask for interpretations now. Do you understand?
Okay, exactly.
I'm only asking for interpretation.
But he has interpreted it now because he was the one that heard from God. The way God said it to him is what he came to interpret.
And there were also
what is difficult to understand? God said, or increment, or the school fees? What exactly is difficult to understand?
There were also times where the people would ask the prophet to go back to God and ask them, we want to go for another war. We're asking to go back now.
That he should go back.
He's a man of God. A man of God is never tired of going back to God. To ask him that God, one of your sons or children on earth is saying that, Father, what you should do is please beg God to reduce it. That can God reduce it? Then again, can members of his church at random attend? Our God is a listening God now. Then he can also go back to ask God that, hey, God, see what some of your children are saying, that the economic situation in Nigeria is so horrible that some of these parents have even lost their jobs. God, so now tell me again, he will come back to tell us. You know, so you see, the truth of the matter is that when you say gateway or whatever, there is no rich person that is not a gatekeeper. He is rich, he has got money. Are you get what I'm saying? So, but I don't think that we have to allow discretion. Do you understand? We have to allow professionalism in whatever we do.
Okay.
This is a university, and the people running the university are doing very well. We have seen some of their graduates, right? They're doing very, very well, especially in their rating. So in matters like this, nothing should demarcate them. That is my position. So if it has to do with a certain behind the scene activities you do with the school, you can continue with that. But when it has to do with the public, that's my thinking and professionals thinking at that. If it has to do with addressing the public, you allow those in running the school, the administrators, to address the issue.
Okay, Dr. Weke,
Yeah.
I want to get a clear picture here. What exactly are people arguing about? Is it the fact that he said that it's God that asked him to increase the school fees, or the fact that the school fees has been increased to a very huge amount? What exactly are people contending here? Is it a God said or the increments?
Let me tell you something. This university now is linked to a church.
Okay.
And all of us know what church interprets to us. If not now that you must be a rich man before you go to church. Before now...
I don't understand that.
Yes, now. Before now, you go to church as you are. You ask God, please God, provide for me. Are you getting what I'm saying? But to him for prayers. God can also tell him that God has approved 1,350 naira per liter. Oh yeah, people, the Lord has approved that a liter of petrol is now 1,350. Go home. So we will keep hearing all of this because they understand the psychology of Nigeria. Are you get what I'm saying? Persons that have respect for this man of God. You understand? He's a mover and shaker. Like you go talk to him, the number of persons he can influence is enormous. Are you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm canvassing. And you can't. What I'm saying here now just is a closed place. If you say it outside, and maybe you say one they don't like, they might kill you. And thank God that they have killed you, and that they have killed one of those people that do not honor men of God. No, listen now. Of course, I'm not saying anything. President Tinubu talked about we should be patient. Patient is in the Bible now. You also talked about the people of God, all of us to continue to pray. Do you understand? He can as well go and meet any man of God to come and tell us that petrol, God has approved. Are you people hearing? Yes, that's what the Lord has said. People can now go home. You see the way the people see it.
All right.
I don't know.
Yeah, Bishop Onyedipo has increased the tuition fee of Covenant University, and according to him, he said that God told him to do so. And Dr. Weke is like, maybe God also told the petroleum industry. They're supposed to look at the time and season, because it's more like the church is not considering considering the feelings of the people at this hard time. What about the world? Is it because it's church? I don't know. Well, but by her husband using a G-Jaws and garden, as she was dismembered, her remain was gradually poured in a blender by her husband, according to the Daily Mice. The couple married in 2017 and lived in as children. Christina's body was found in February in Beijing, near Basel, Switzerland. Christina has posted pictures of a couple's getaway on their Instagram accounts for weeks before her death. Wow, this is disheartening. This is wickedness. This is appalling. Life puts the remains in a blender and blend. For what purpose? Why? Dr. Weke,